Have you ever felt that after 60, your body just stopped responding the way it used to? That morning walk or that diet that worked perfectly at 40 now seems to have no effect on the scale at all. Many people, even in the medical field, will tell you that this is simply part of aging and that your metabolism is permanently slowed down, like an old engine that has lost its power. But I'm here today to tell you that this is a dangerous half-truth that steals your vitality. Your metabolism is not broken. It has simply changed the rules of the game, and no one gave you the new instruction manual. Modern science reveals that aging does not have to be synonymous with fatigue and fat gain. Today, I'm going to explain, in a way no one has ever explained before, how to unlock the energy that still exists inside every one of your cells and how to reprogram your body so that your 60s become the beginning of your healthiest and most active phase. Hello, I'm Dr. Harrison Blake. I'm a specialist physician with 15 years of clinical practice dedicated to helping people regain autonomy and metabolic health at every stage of life. If you want to truly understand how your body works, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. And leave a comment. What is your biggest struggle right now? Is it low energy or difficulty maintaining your weight? I want to hear from you. For decades, medicine firmly believed that our metabolism began an inevitable free fall as soon as we cross into our 30s or 40s. You probably heard that by 60, your internal fire is only a fraction of what was in your youth. But I have news that will change the way you look at yourself in the mirror tomorrow morning. A groundbreaking study recently published in the prestigious journal Science, analyzing more than 6,000 people across 29 countries, proved that our basal metabolic rate remains surprisingly stable between the ages of 20 and 60. That means from a purely biological and cellular standpoint, your main engine does not automatically slow down just because the calendar moves forward. So why does it feel so real that everything has become harder? If your cells still have the same burning potential, why does fat seem to accumulate more easily and energy seem to disappear in the middle of the afternoon? The answer is not a defect in your DNA, but a subtle and silent shift in your behavior and body composition, one that often goes unnoticed. What really happens after 60 is a decrease in what we call NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is all the energy you burn from activities that aren't structured exercise, like standing, gesturing, walking to the car, or climbing stairs. Over time, we tend to move less spontaneously. On top of that, hormonal changes alter how your body prioritizes fuel. Your metabolism didn't collapse. It simply entered an energy conservation mode because you stopped giving it the movement signals it used to receive. Understanding that your metabolism at 60 can be just as powerful as it was at 20 is the first step toward freedom. Your body hasn't forgotten how to burn fat or produce energy. It's just waiting for you to provide the right raw materials and the proper hormonal signals to restart the turbines. If your basal metabolism doesn't die on its own at 60, why does the scale keep creeping up? The short and direct answer is sarcopenia, the medical term for the progressive loss of muscle mass that occurs with aging. And here's the secret few people tell you. Your muscle is the most expensive tissue in your body. It requires a tremendous amount of energy just to exist, even when you're sitting watching this video or sleeping at night. Think of your muscle as a high-powered furnace. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting calorie burn. The problem is that after 50 or 60, if you don't provide the right stimulus, your body begins to sell off this precious tissue to conserve energy. It assumes that if you're not using strength, you don't need to carry that extra weight. The result? You lose your most powerful natural fat burner. When you lose muscle mass, your metabolism truly slows down. Not because you age, but because you have fewer engines running inside you. That's why restrictive, starvation-style diets that may have worked at 30 are an absolute disaster at 60. If you eat too little and don't do strength training, your body burns muscle to survive, and your metabolism drops even further. You can end up what we call in medicine skinny fat. The number on the scale may go down, but your body fat percentage increases because muscle has disappeared. Identifying this signal in daily life is simple. Do your legs feel weaker when climbing stairs? Has your balance declined? Is opening a jar suddenly difficult? These are distress signals from your metabolism telling you that your energy inventory is being drained. Regaining and maintaining muscle mass after 60 is not about vanity or aesthetics. It is a #1 strategy to ensure your metabolism continues burning fat and producing energy 24 hours a day. If you feel like you gain weight just by looking at a plate of pasta, or that fat has decided to settle exclusively around your abdomen after 60, the culprit is not only what you eat, but how your cells respond to what you eat. Over the years, a phenomenon called insulin resistance develops. Imagine insulin as the messenger knocking on your cell's doors to deliver energy. In youth, the cell hears a knock, opens the door, and uses the fuel. After 60, it's as if your cells become hard of hearing. The messenger knocks, but no one answers. The result? Sugar remains in the bloodstream, and your body, in a desperate effort to clear that glucose, converts it into abdominal fat. But the problem doesn't stop there. There's a term in modern science called inflammaging, a blend of the words inflammation and aging. It refers to a chronic, silent, low-grade inflammation that occurs inside your arteries, organs, and tissues. You don't feel pain like you would with a sore throat, but your immune system is constantly on high alert. And here's the key. An inflamed body is a body that refuses to burn fat. To your brain, inflammation signals stress and danger, and in times of danger, the metabolic command is to store energy at all costs, never to spend it. This combination of cells hard of hearing to insulin and a constant inflammatory state creates the perfect environment for metabolic slowdown. That's why you can be eating less and still gaining weight. Your body has lost metabolic flexibility, the ability to switch between burning sugar and burning fat. It's stuck in storage mode. Interpreting these signals is crucial. If you feel fatigue right after meals, or if your waistline keeps expanding despite light exercise, your metabolism is screaming that your internal environment is inflamed. Reversing this isn't about starving yourself. It's about clearing the biological terrain, so your cells can hear insulin's call again and inflammation can give way to efficient energy burning. Have you ever wondered where the physical strength to stand up from a chair or the mental clarity to solve a complex problem comes from? All that energy is born inside tiny structures called mitochondria. Imagine that each of your cells contains hundreds of small micro power plants. In youth, these plants operate at full capacity, converting the oxygen you breathe and the food you eat into pure biological electricity. However, after 60, these plants begin to undergo natural wear and tear, a process called mitochondrial dysfunction. Think of these power plants as engines that, over the decades, accumulate soot and debris. This buildup is caused by oxidative stress, the infamous free radicals. It's as if your internal gears are rusting. When your mitochondria are sluggish or damaged, your metabolism cannot burn fat efficiently, no matter how hard you try with diet. You experience chronic fatigue, that feeling that your battery never fully recharges, even after full night's sleep. The good news is that your body has an incredible cellular recycling system. There's a process called mitophagy, in which your body identifies old power plants and replaces them with new, efficient ones. The problem is that after 60, this recycling system often becomes lazy. To restart these power plants, you must provide the right nutrients that act like lubricating oil for these engines. Nutrients such as coenzyme Q10, magnesium, and vitamin B12 are essential for these gears to spin again. In addition, your body needs periods of pause to clean out this metabolic rust. When you take care of your mitochondria, you're not just trying to lose weight. You're restoring the basic vitality that allows your heart to beat strongly and your brain to function sharply. Reviving your micro power plants is the secret to making your metabolism at 60 a source of steady energy, not a burden. Many people make the serious mistake of eating less protein as they age. They swap eggs or meat for toast and tea, believing that a light diet is the secret to longevity. But science shows the opposite. After 60, your protein requirement is actually higher than when you were 30. This happens because of a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. It's as if your body becomes hard of hearing to the muscle-building signal. For your metabolism to understand that it must preserve muscle, you need a higher dose of amino acids at each meal. Protein is metabolic gold. It has the highest thermic effect of all nutrients, meaning your body burns far more energy digesting an omelet than a bowl of pasta. When you consume high-quality protein, you send a direct signal to your cells. Don't burn my muscle. Use stored fat as fuel. If you neglect protein, Your metabolism assumes energy reserves are low and begins breaking down your own muscle mass to survive, which lowers your basal calorie burn. Alongside protein, we have the forgotten pillar: hydration. Did you know that all the chemical reactions of your metabolism occur in water? If you're even mildly dehydrated, which is very common after 60, because thirst sensation declines, your metabolic enzymes work in slow motion. It's like trying to swim in a pool filled with honey instead of water. Drinking water strategically, rich in minerals, acts as a lubricant that allows fats to be transported and burned inside the mitochondria. So forget restrictive diets built around thin soups that promise miracles. Your metabolism at 60 needs nutrient density. It needs bricks protein to sustain structure and a fluid environment water to keep the construction of your health moving forward. Nourishing yourself properly at this stage isn't about eating less. It's about eating what signals life and strength to your DNA. Many people believe metabolism only works when we're sweating at the gym, but the truth is that the decisions you make outside the gym are what truly keep the fire burning. The first invisible pillar is sleep. After 60, a poor night's sleep doesn't just cause dark circles. It creates a metabolic disaster. When you sleep poorly, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, and suppresses leptin, the satiety hormone. The result? The next day your metabolism enters crisis mode, craving sugar and storing every calorie you eat as visceral fat. Sleeping well is literally when your body performs mitochondrial cleanup and recalibrates your energy turbines. And when we talk about movement, we must break the biggest myth about aging, that just walking is enough. While walking is excellent for your heart and mind, it is not the primary stimulus your metabolism needs at 60 to avoid slowing down. To keep your engine powerful, you need strength training, whether it's weightlifting, Pilates, or bodyweight exercises. Loaded movement signals to your DNA that you are still strong and active, forcing your metabolism to preserve muscle mass, your most expensive tissue. Strength training creates a calorie-burning effect that lasts for hours after the workout ends. It's the difference between an engine that burns fuel only while driving and one that continues revving even when the car is parked in the garage. Moving strategically ensures your metabolism works for you 24 hours a day. Understanding your metabolism after 60 is not about fighting time, but about learning to play by biology's new rules. As we've seen today, your internal engine isn't broken. It simply requires higher quality fuel, deeper rest, and strength stimulus that you may have previously ignored. Aging with health and energy is not about luck or privileged genetics. It's built on conscious choices. The 3 practical steps you can start today are clear. Prioritize protein at every meal, hydrate your cells, and challenge your muscles with strength training. Your body has a magnificent capacity to regenerate when it receives the right signal. I'm Dr. Harrison Blake, and my mission is to ensure you live every decade with full autonomy and vitality. If this content gave you the hope and tools you needed, share this video with a friend who is also over 60. Together, let's transform aging into a season of strength. I'll see you at our next meeting.